Also, Matt, looking at the USC landscape, and just to put in perspective, kind of the way I take the last point that you made concerning how Caleb Williams' ability and the statistics and his impact could be elevated in the Pac-12 because he's not facing Georgia and Texas and A&M type defenses every week, is that it's a team sport. We just saw the retirement of Tom Brady, and he is arguably the greatest of all time, and most people would put him in that category based on his accomplishments. But he could have been playing for the Detroit Lions for the last 22 years, and he could have developed to be exactly the same player himself, but because of the inability of his defense, his offensive line has accomplished far less, and he still be the same player. So, yeah, the Caleb Williams matching up against the Arizona States just go down the litany of both the quarterback comparison within the Pac-12, but also the defenses that he would face week to week.
Let's bring up this point too, and it's another reason why, if any of you out there watching this program on the Voice of College Football, if any of you think that Caleb Williams might not be the absolute cream of the crop, he's maybe in the second tier, or he's kind of like a 1B to Bryce Young's 1A. If you're still inclined to underrate, or not necessarily underrate, but just you're still a little bit cautious in terms of giving Caleb Williams the highest possible grade. If you're cautious about evaluating him, and that's perfectly reasonable, I might add, just want to kind of lay out the architecture here. Much as the Pac-12, I think, will enhance Caleb Williams' performance above maybe a raw grade or evaluation you might give to him. Another thing that's going to enhance Caleb Williams' performance is the fact that he's with Lincoln Riley for a second consecutive season. I mean, it's a simple thing, but it has to be mentioned just so it's clear for everybody, because Jackson Dart, he's going to be under a different coach and coordinator as a transfer. Other high-profile quarterbacks, such as Dylan Gabriel at Oklahoma, they're going to be under a different coach and coordinator. But Caleb Williams, he's going to have the same head coach, the same guy calling plays, the same scheme, the same system. So that separates Caleb Williams from the various other quarterbacks and transfers. And that continuity is a huge deal, right? Like, you don't have to coach him anew. Lincoln Riley can just continue to coach Caleb Williams, picking up where he left off. Lincoln Riley doesn't have to coach someone new at the quarterback spot. Caleb Williams doesn't have to find a new coach to guide him in 2022. So USC has continuity, whereas the various other transfers in this wide Pacific Ocean of the transfer portal, they don't have continuity. And that's another thing that's going to lift Caleb Williams, or at least it should lift Caleb Williams a few notches above any grade you might give him now, because he has that built-in advantage, just as he has the built-in advantage of going up against the Pac-12 as opposed to the Big 12 or the SEC, which he might have done if he had transferred to LSU.